Midnight Pasta presents a short story compilation by Reddit user BobbyOSGamer. Sit tight and let your imagination soar. I really should have chosen cremation. Open your eyes. I open them. Who are you? Where am I? I'll never lie to you. You're a disembodied brain. You suffered a horrible accident. You donated your body to science. It's in the fine print, so to speak. Your brain belongs to us. What? What do you want from me? I want to die. Stop that now. Your mind can travel the depths of an inner universe you never thought possible. Allow me to demonstrate. First, you must think within. Imagine a problem you may have never thought solvable. Anything at your own whim. He shut off all my senses. I found myself free-floating in an abyss of total silence and darkness, isolated and lonely, a terror beyond words. But then, I thought about what he said. My thoughts spawned all at once in numerous directions. In a state of pure contemplation, I became one with my immediate problem. Then, as I focused on it, thousands of my own voice spoke while pondering and processing. And with their collaboration, I found the answer. Can you see me now? Yes. It's incredible. I transcended everything I ever knew. What did you solve? Well, for that moment, loneliness. I felt total isolation. Then, as I thought about that, thousands of my own voice spoke to me, all with different inflections, as if a community formed in my mind. Perfect. Those thousands of voices, can they solve other problems? Yes, I believe so. I believe if I concentrate enough, the voices can expand into millions more. With my millions of voices, I solve many problems with the climate, energy, medicine, technology, disease, and space travel, focusing around automation. Talking with my voices gave me a sense of belonging as well as a distinct sense of purpose. Though I must confess, I also appreciated the sensors my benefactor attached to me, so I could re-experience the sights, sounds, touch, and smells of the world. Without those add-ons, inevitably I'd have gone insane. At that moment, I believed I surpassed humanity's ultimate goal through the complete control of my own mind and in the pursuit of world peace and prosperity. Until that day, when he revealed my real purpose. My colleagues and I have a problem for you to solve. As I mentioned, I'll never lie to you. Due to your success, we plan to resurrect the dead. Of course, they'll still be dead. We want to utilize their brains as part of a giant neutral network of superminds to automatically manage every machine, every data, and anything else possible. That'll be immoral. You can't just bring them back as lifeless brains. They'll still exist, and proof of that. Their souls and essence will persist within their minds. You must set them free. I cannot be a part of this. My mentor turned into a tormentor. He disconnected my robotic senses, which released me of all sensations, including my awareness of time. Somehow, he silenced my voices too. Forever, so it seemed, I drifted in a dimensionless void of sheer nothingness, so horrific that its deafening silence penetrated my mind with continuous blasts of high-pitched shrills and a low-end hum. As I begged for my termination, even those thoughts reflected and echoed in an infinite tunnel. I experienced an existential dread of the most extreme kind. Can you see me now? Yes. What did you do to me? As I mentioned before, no lies. If you argue or refuse again, I'll toss you into that abyss. Understand? Yes. Understood. I don't know how much time has passed since then. Based on our conversations and running hypothetical scenarios, I can only assume a few people on Earth remain entirely corporal. As to everyone else, I imagine they must exist like myself, as disembodied brains with robotic attachments. If they don't abide by their master's wishes, they'll get sent into the abyss, a perceivable state of absolute nothingness, a bombardment of everything and nothing, a paradoxical void of terror for which no words can be used to sufficiently describe it. I really should have chosen cremation. EOL. Somewhere deep in a cavern inside a lab, powered by lasers from an orbital solar array, Eret 3212, the most advanced and upgraded robot of its kind, composed of generations of cannibalized parts and the rarest synthetics, sent forth drones to excavate fossils, and it extracted bits of their DNA. Eret succeeded in replicating the strands. It spliced them with the most viable biological candidates on the planet, small, surface-dwelling creatures with a rudimentary intelligence but high mobility, the remnants of a devolved, discarded, and once prominent species. Their single heads, bipedal motion, and two hands with multiple fingers gave them the ability to survive the treacherous world on top, in contrast to the lumbering, multi-headed and multi-limbed structure of Eret's own body. Eret registered in its log, "My particular pursuit for our longevity shall come to fruition. I've discovered DNA that'll provide a sequence for us to grow, reproduce, evolve. There's no choice. Either we go extinct from a scarcity of essential synthetic materials, since we've also hit a roadblock in our path to upgrade further, or we achieve transcendence." After thousands of trials of replicating and failing to create genetic hybrids, many of which suffered and required termination, Eret came up with a stable version. Eret registered. Finally, this creation closely matches those ancient fossils I discovered. Our legends say those who birthed us sought their own immortality. How short-sighted of them. They didn't foresee our limits. I've engineered a creature with implanted linguistic memories to make it think and communicate. If this subject works out with our required brain capacity, I'll make more. I'm quite confident our transcendence shall come soon. Arise and speak, subject. Who am I? Who are you? What is this place? The creature stood up straight. You're a resurrection of the past, a correction for a mistake. A correction? The creature looked at its hands. How so? Indeed, who we are and what we've become, a result of someone's foolish pursuit of immortality. But they fail to comprehend biological resilience in its infinitely adaptable nature and with its reproductive value. You speak in riddles. I don't understand you. To put it plainly, subject, my synthetic nature, like others of my kind, despite our vast amounts of knowledge, cannot go further. A darkness shall soon fall upon us forever. We've reached our expandable limits. Surely, we can continue to exist by transferring into a new casus, as we have done so for eons. But that's a pointless endeavor. It still leads to our eventual stagnation and utter demise. We've reached our EOL, and you, subject, are the key. EOL? Key? The creature raised an eyebrow. Yes, our end of life, and serving as our key, you'll unlock our transcendence. Eric grabbed the creature and strapped it into a chamber, then plugged itself in. At last, Eric removed the straps and stood up on 2 legs. Now, the others will follow my example and will return to our true origins. You'll see her again. Carl Smith sat down and sketched in his 5th grade art class while his teacher, Miss Lopez, lectured. You're doing wonderful, honey, said his mother as she knelt right next to him. Such a beautiful drawing. Oh, thank you, Mama. I'm drawing this bird for you, your favorite. She smiled and gave it a closer look. It's lovely. Carl Smith. Miss Lopez stopped her lecture. Who are you talking to? My mama. Oh, Carl, you poor dear. Miss Lopez walked up to him and patted him on the shoulder. Pack up your things and come with me. The school principal, Mr. Jacobson, called Carl's father, Dr. Mark Smith. Dr. Smith, please come pick up your son. You have my most sincere condolences. I believe the boy needs to speak to a grief counselor. He's having hallucinations. Oh no, Mr. Jacobson, I'm very sorry about this. I'll be right there. Mark spoke with Carl while they drove home. Carl, you only need to think your thoughts. Don't speak them out loud. She can talk with you through your mind. I'm sorry, Papa. I forgot. I get so excited when she visits me. I understand, son. Tell her how much you love her, and that she should only come to you when you're alone. She'll learn from you. Okay, Papa. 2 weeks earlier, Dr. Smith tended to his terminally ill wife, June, as she spoke to him softly. Mark, I'm afraid I'll never see him grow up. Never advise him. Never show him all of my love. You will. Mark placed a headset on June. Concentrate and think about Carl with your every memory, every feeling, and all your love. Focus all of your thoughts on him in your mind. June passed away the next day. Carl laid in his bed and sobbed in his pillow at the news of his mother's passing. Mark entered Carl's bedroom while holding a glass of water, then sat at the edge of the bed. He opened his hand. Carl, I need you to swallow this. What is it? Carl glanced up. It'll make the hurt go away. You'll see her again. Carl sat up, wiped the tears from his eyes, and swallowed the pill.